We are on the section 5.1, page 43, factorials and combination notations. Okay, so we are going to learn a few new symbols, and you need to use a calculator to do it. But before we do that, we need to know the concepts. Okay, one is called factorials, another one is combination notations. Okay, so let's talk about factorials first. What kind of symbols we use? Okay, so we say n factorial. You have an exclamation mark on your calculator as well. That means we use this for something on math, right? This one means what? N is any numbers, 1, 2, 3, all that, okay? All positive numbers. It means n minus 2, you continue to 3, 2, 1, okay? That's your definition of the factorials. So when you have this exclamation mark, it means a factorial. So n is a number, can be 1, 2, 3, or that. So what does that mean? Let's see some example. Okay, so if I say 1 factorial means what? You multiply everything below that number all the way to 1. So 1 is only 1, right? All the way to 1. If 2 factorials, it means what? 2 times 1 descending, that would be 2. 3 factorial would be what? 3 times 2 times 1 would be 6, right? Then your 4 factorial means what? 4 goes down, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way to 1, so that would be 24. Then your 5 factorial would be what? 5 times 4, 3, 2, 1 equals what? 120. But what happened to 120? Not 120, 12 factorial, right? It means what? You have to do 12 times 11 times 10 all the way times 3 times 2 times 1. It will take you forever and you might make a mistake. Okay, so what we would do is you will use calculator or go online site. You do the Google search, then you say factorial. That will show you the site you can use. Okay, so if you use the TI-84, then what do? If you wanted to do 12 factorial or like 19 factorial, what do? Okay, on your paper underneath the notes. So what do? You will type in 19 first, all right? Then you will hit the math button. There's a math button on your TI-84. If you use TI other things, okay, you should have some kind of button and you can call me and we can look at together. Okay, so I only show you the TI calculator. I don't do all of them, right? So then after this, you can hit it like this arrow key on your calculator, okay? Then you will get your answer, right? You will find out the factorial. Same thing as 12, okay? You do need to practice because the next class you will use this, and same thing as for your test here, okay? Then you will find out this answer will be 479001600. Okay? Then if you have 30 factorial divided by 28 factorials. So if from the definition, what would you do? 30 times 29 times 28 all the way to 3 to 1, right? Then 28 factorial will be what? 28 times 27 all the way for 3 to 1. Then for fractions, you can just cancel out. It ends up what? 30 times 29. Then you should have A70. Okay? And if you have this 52 factorial divided by 47, okay, then you will do what? You do 52, 51, 50, 49, right? 48, 47, all the way to 3 to 1, right? Then you divide it by 47 factorial is 47 down, 46 all the way 3 to 1. So you cancel those, then you end up with what? 52 times 51, 50, 49, 48, right? Then you should get 311A75200. That's how you do the calculation on factorial. Okay? Then for 19 factorial on your notes, let's repeat this. How do you use your TI-84, right? You will type in 19, then you hit the math button, then the screen will show up. You will use arrow key, 3 of them, on top. Then you will see probability, this one, right? Then you have a bunch of options. Then you choose option 4. Option 4 means what? Factorial. Then you will do 19 factorial for you, and you will get the number. Okay? Then you hit enter, then you will get the 19 factorial. Okay? Then same thing for 52 factorial divided by 47 factorial. You can do it by hand like this. You get the answer, right? Or you can do what? On the calculator, you can type in 52, then you do math, you do probabilities, you do the choose factorial symbol. Then you don't hit enter if you do the whole thing. You will do 52 factorial here. Then you will do what? Like this one, you will do 52 factorial, okay? Then divide by, so you do 52. Math, then arrow key to the probability, then you choose factorial. That's your 52 factorial. Then you hit what? Divide key, right? Dividing. Then you do what? You type in 47. Then you do all this. Again, math, arrow key to probability, then factorial. Then you hit enter. It will give you the same result. Right? Are you with me? Okay, so that's first we introduce the factorial symbol. Okay, then we are going to use these symbols to do your probabilities, which you need to do your stats. Okay, then look at your page 43 on the bottom. Example 2. It says, if we pick 5 cards from a 52 card deck without replacement and the same 2 sets of 5 cards, okay, but in different order, are considered different. That means you pick up 5 cards for the whole set, then next time you pick another 5 cards, okay, a set. So what kind of different sets you can have, right? So for 52 cards, it means what? A deck of cards from A, K, Q, J, then 10, 9, all the way to 2. 13 cards for the spade, heart, diamond, and club. So each one is 13 cards, then 4 of them is 52 cards. So you pick one. If you pick one, then how many cards you have left? Then you have 50 cards left, right? Then you pick another one, then you have 50 cards left. Then you pick another one, Totally, you pick 5 cards, right? You can have what? Spade, say A and K, then heart, A and K, or club, okay? Then you get another K, then 5 cards. And next time when you pick 5 cards, you may have 2, 3, or 4, 5, or diamond something 7, like this. So how many sets you can have? Then we talk about probabilities later, okay? So how do we do? So what you do is for the first card you choose, right? It's from 52 cards. So how many options you have? From 52 cards, you pick one. So you have 52 options, okay? Then after you pick up a card, then you only have 51 cards left. Then so second card, what kind of option you have? Because you already picked one. So you have 51 options, right? Then third card, then you pick is from 50 of them because 2 already picked, right? So you have to pick another card out of 50 cards. So you have the 50 options. Then fourth card will be what? 49 options. And fifth card will be what? 48 options. So you will multiply all of them together. You will have so many options. Okay, you will have a hard time to figure out how to do those, what kind of options you have. You will learn this actually in stats class. Right now, we just show you the basic concepts, okay? And the notations we are going to use. Then we'll show you how to, fit in that notation, which is formulas, okay? So it actually goes this way. If you look at the page 44 from the top, okay? So we are going to use combination notation. Then see how we are going to do it. So combination notation is this way, okay? We write this one, NR, okay? That's the notation we are going to use. Then we see what does it mean. You don't see this in the calculator. In the calculator, you might see this, combination NR. Then what is N? What is R? Okay, so N is the, let me write in this color. So N is what? N is the total items you are going to have. Then R is the chosen, the things you are going to choose, okay? Chosen from N. Okay, so from previous example, we say, okay, I'm going to pick 5 cards, okay, out of 52. So how do we do that? We will write it this way. C, total is 52 cards, right? How many cards we are going to choose? We are going to choose 5, Okay, so for what's the options you can have, which is 5, pick a 5 without replacement from 52 cards. That's how you write, right? So from previous example on your page 3, we say, okay, it was what? We did 52 and 51, 50, 49, and 48, right? We say total you will have 311,875,200 options. Okay, then on the calculator, we use this notation. 52 combination without replacement, you choose 5. Right? Then, how do we use calculator to do it? So, if you use the calculator for this one, what do? Okay, to do 52C5, okay, you will type in 52 first, right? Then you would hit math key, okay? Then you use there's an arrow key on your screen. You do that. Then you choose probability, okay? Then before we have under the probability, you have several options. The fourth option is for factorial, we did earlier. Okay, now we are not doing 52 factorial. We are doing 52 C5. We wanted to choose 5 of them. Okay, so what do? You choose this option 3. Here, option 3 is your C. Okay, so you choose C, option 3. Okay, then option 3 is what? Option 3 you will see is NCR. Okay, so you will type 52, then you will have NCR, right? Then we want to choose 5 of them. Then after that, you type in 5, then you hit enter. Okay, then you will get the same answer, 311,875,200. Try that. Make sure you do it, okay? Or you go to the website and go to one side and try that one, okay? Or you can call LTCC Math Tutoring Center and talk to them. They will show you on the screen how you actually need to do. If you cannot do this on the calculator, you won't be able to do stats. Okay, so now we just introduce you combination like this one. You choose 5 cards out of 52 cards. It's this simple. Then on the paper we can just write it this way. Okay, look at your page 44, some examples. So we ask you to calculate 1511. Means what? I want to choose 11 things out of 15 things. How many options we have, okay? Which is the same thing, 15C11. Then what do? You type 15 first, then do the math key, then you do 3 arrow keys, then you go to probabilities, then you choose option 3. Then that will give you what? 15. For this one, it will give you 15, right? They will show you like this. Then you type another 11. Then you hit enter. Okay? Then you should get the answer is 161365. Got idea? You have to have a hands-on. If you don't have hands-on, you will never remember it. Okay? You need to try. then I cannot check for you. Then we can talk over the phone and over Zoom to go over if needed. Okay. Let's see. Second example, it says the probability of winning a Powerball lottery if you buy one ticket, your probability of winning is counting this way: 169C5 times 1 Powerball this way. Okay? Then for now, we'll give you the formula. You just do the calculation, use calculator, see if you can apply. Right? But for stats class, you have to figure out this formula. Okay? You choose to find out the 69 things. Okay? Then times 26. Then you use your calculator, you will find out 69.5, you will get 11, okay, 238.516. Make sure you do that to figure out how do you get 69C combination 5, right? Then to calculate the winning lottery, you need to, according to the formula, plug in all the numbers, okay? Then on your calculator, you do what? 1 divided by 11, 238.516. If you do that, you don't get the right number. Why? Remember, we say the fraction line means a group symbol. So when you divide, you have to divide the whole thing. You need to put in parentheses for the multiplication because you have to do that first. Otherwise, you will just 1 divided by this without parentheses. If you do 1, 11, 238.516 times 26, how the calculator will do? Just divide, multiply. It will do, follow the order of operations. It will do left and right. Do the left first and divide by right. Times another one. So you will get a different answer. You cannot do this way. Okay, for this fraction. You need to put a parenthesis around it. You cannot do this. Okay? So you need to put it in parenthesis for the denominator. So after that, what you will have? You will get this one. Okay? You will have something like this. 422296899 e to the negative 9 on your calculator because it only has so many digits can display, right? And negative 9, remember at the beginning of the class, we talked about e negative 9 means what? The actual number, you have to move your decimals left or right. Negative means you move to the left, right? The number is become smaller. How many places? 9 places. So you have to move here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So your new decimal should be here. So what happened to the empty space? You need to put a 0 there. So your answer should be what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 0, and 3. 9 position, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 3, 4, 2, 2, 2, 9, 6, all that. Right? So that's your answer. Let's look the next examples on your page 44, right? Take a look. It says, Caitlin has 10 friends. If she can invite 2 of her friends to join her on a trip, how many group of 2 people can she select? Say if you have 10 friends, you are going to pick up 2 of your friends to go to the trip with you. So how many options you have? Oh, you can go with your friend A and B, or you can go with friend D and E, right? Or A and E, things like this. So your test would be similar to those. You need to use the combination and use calculator to do. So if you have 2 out of 10, what do? Total, you use NCR, right? Total, N is your total. Then R is how many you will choose from the 10, 2 of them. So that's what you need to do. You need to decide how to use the combination symbol to find the answer with calculator. So what do? So your answer will be what? You choose 2 out of 10, right? Then you use your calculator to type in 10C2 as we described earlier. Then you will get 45 options. So for the test, you need to know how to use NCR. What's your N? What's your R? N is your total, R is how many you will choose. Okay? Look next example, page 45, example 4. It says, a person is going to make a fruit platter, okay, for a potluck. So you choose the fruits, right? You are going to use 7 different types of fruit and find the farmer market has a variety of total 16 types of fruit. And find out how many different fruit platters can be made. So you are going to use the combination notation to figure out. So you are going to choose 7 out of 16 fruits you are going to make, right? So what do? So C, N, R. N is the total. So what's your N? N is what? Your N is 16. You choose how many? R is 7, right? So you will do C, total 16, and 7 out of 16. Then you will punch this to the calculator. You should have this number, 11,440. So if you go to farmer's market, oh, you said 16 fruits, let me pick 7. You might pick a strawberry, banana, or different things. Actually, how many options you have? Quite a bit, 11,440 options you can have. It's a lot of options. Actually, who cares? You don't actually figure out options. You just pick 7, right? This is just simple examples. But when it gets complicated situation, like winning the lottery, or you make certain decisions, you use probability instead. You will figure out, what kind of options you want out of how many options. So you have to figure out total options you might have before you make decisions. Okay, so for this section, 5.1, what we have been learning? We are learning factorial symbols, right? That's how we count things. Remember, we choose 5 cards without replacement from a deck of a card. Then we use these concepts. First one, you have 52 options. Next one, you have 51 options. Next one, you have 50 options, right? Because you don't put a card back, then the remaining card you choose from. So you use these concepts, Then another thing you learn is what? Combination notation, NR, calculator is NCR. Okay? How do we use this formula? We use this way. If you choose N is your total items, then R is how many things you would choose from the N. Then you do that. 10 friends, you choose 2. It would be 10C2. Then you use calculator to do that. If you do the fruit platters, then 7 out of 16, you would do what? 16C7, and that's your total options. So we are learning new symbols, 2 new symbols, and formulas, and one formula to use to find the options you might have. Okay? So you need to practice your homework before you will sink in. So that will cover your section 5.1. Okay?